Everybody, how you doing? What, Donnie's been sitting here waiting for me to start talking just so he can beg me for a treat. How's everybody doing? It's Monday. Monday. I am freaking sore. I am hurting bad. Been working on my truck. So I guess all of you guys have been paying attention to this little war zone we got going on here down in LA. And you're right, it is a little bit of a war zone. It's pretty crazy. But we're gonna watch this in the background, and we're gonna do some other stuff at the same time. Same time, huh, Donnie's? But yeah, man, something weird. I don't know. I went to Home Depot. I was just buying a tool from Home Depot, but I went to AutoZone today in Oakhurst, and me and Donnie went. We had to take my stepdad's truck because my truck is in the middle of being worked on, and I needed some stuff. And so we're walking around there, and I had a whole bunch of stuff in my hand, and the guy's like, "Hey, let me take that for you." And I was like, "Cool, thanks." And then I asked him a question about something. He went and grabbed it, but I didn't know how much I needed. And I was like, "You know what? Sorry for sending you there, but I don't know how much I need. I didn't think you would have it in stock." And he's like, "No worries." And that's what we're here for. So then I bought some more stuff, and when I showed up, he's like, "Hold on, I'm getting you a better discount," And I was like, "A discount?" He gave me 20% off, which I guess is their manager's discount or something. I don't know, but it was cool. I appreciated it. Anyways, how the hell is everybody doing today? I am very sore. It's been a very painful time. In fact, you know what? I need to take some more pain pills. But I've been working on my vehicle. I got all this good stuff going on. Well, not good stuff. I had to change my transmission fluid. And I wanted to add a transmission pan, for better cooling and a bypass. And there's also this grid heater thing that I need for my truck because after a while, this thing breaks off a bolt and kills your engine. So, yeah, I spent a lot of money last month buying the parts, and I started working on it Sunday. Been 2 days. Still not done yet. It's a lot harder being crippled, and it's a lot more painful because I got to get up in that engine. I even bought this special, it's like a ladder, and then you can lay on top of it. There goes Donnie. And still painful because I had to go up and down the ladder a lot. Like, definitely a pain day. Anyways, so this is what's going on. This is like a few minutes ago, but actually about like 20 minutes ago. And I started watching this guy. Hope recommended him, Agenda Free TV. He does a pretty good job. But we're going to have the mayor is going to speak. She's already started speaking. I just rewound it so I could show this while we're starting. But I know everybody's probably watching this elsewhere because, pretty interesting. Look, there, we got the green hat. I don't know if that's the National Lawyers Guild hat or not. But here's the one thing I'm going to say first off. These people are flying around Mexican fucking flags because they're upset that they're getting sent back to Mexico. I love Mexico. I gotta carry the Mexican flag, eh? But then they go and they are protesting and shit. They set stuff on fire. I'm not crippled. What's up, Graw? You know what is my? I'm not in Discord chat. Let me go. I have Discord open. Let me open up the Discord chat for y'all, not team, because then everybody will jump in. We don't want I mean, I love y'all, but sometimes there's too many people coming in chat. Anyways, so this is the background. I'm going to show you what the lovely mayor's talk. Oh, actually, let's talk about a couple things. We'll talk about him later on. You got Gavin Newsom, our awful fucking... What's up, Graw? What's going on, my friend?
It's special people.
What did you say? Something about special people?
Yes, exactly.
Who are you calling special?
Working on that truck, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Me, yeah.
It's been oh yeah, you are a special person. Yeah, it's been interesting. Like the transmission. Oh wait, hold on. We're still on frickin'. I was about to say a T word that I shouldn't say. We got to say fuck you, YouTube, real quick, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
No, leave YouTube on for a while. We can let's Are you still on there?
Yeah, I'm still on YouTube. Leave it on for a while.
Stay on there. Stay on there for a while so you get some, because I got a feeling you can get some people to watch the show tonight.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I've
Yeah.
been. So I started working on the transmission pan. You know, I got in the fluid. I got a new pan and a bypass, and
Right.
the new
Right.
pan is deeper. So I made the mistake. I bought a kit for it, but not for the deeper pan. I bought the regular kit. So I get it all done,
So
and there wasn't enough transmission fluid in there.
that's what I was going to say, because if you didn't change your pickup in that deeper pan, then you got to add more fluid, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so
All right.
it's funny, you know. I was looking up. So there's 16 quarts or something of transmission fluid in there. But when
Right.
you drain the oil pan, you only have to replace up to 8. But I
Yeah,
added the
because the
deeper.
rest of it's
Yeah, the rest
yeah.
is in the transmission, right?
Yes.
So then I changed the bypass, which then leaks even more transmission fluid
Oh
out.
shit.
So I filled it up, but I only had 8 quarts, and
Oh, they're running. Run,
yeah,
motherfucker, run.
it's like 20, 30. This is like 30 minutes old. They're pushing them out in front of from the what is that? The federal building.
Oh, oh yeah. Is that L.A. or Austin? It's going
No,
down
that's
in Austin too.
yeah, in LA. It's also going down, I guess, in New York. Even here in
Yeah.
Fresno, there's been protests today in Fresno. Like they broke the
Oh,
windows of some business or
really?
something. Yeah, they're
Wow.
everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I was watching this guy. You know, after I finished, I took a break and I was watching this guy because Hope put us on to this guy, and I like him.
Yeah, Agenda Free. I've been watching him a long time. He covers all the anytime
That guy's
some
cute.
big event's happening or whatever, he'll cover it.
Yeah. What's up, Mommy Rammer?
He
I've been talking to your buddy Boris a lot. Sorry.
he covered the thing where the satellite was going to crash and nobody knew where it was going to crash or whatever, and he stayed up and tracked that thing for days
Really? Yeah, he's been
because
going for hours.
yeah.
I had to stop watching it though today because they kept doing the ice chant
All
over
right,
and
yeah,
over and
I
over.
know. Yeah, I just turn the volume down. Is what I do. We've already heard everything, you know.
Oh yeah,
You can actually watch this without listening to it.
you pretty much can, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Mommy Rammer's gonna call Boris, so we'll be right back. Boris has been Boris is watching all those tornadoes and stuff. How is the weather there?
Oh, it's not bad today. It was nice. It's mostly south of me. I've been lucky.
Right on, right on.
Now, four or five mornings ago, I just happened to. Well, it woke me up, and actually, a tornado went right over the top of my dad's old place, which my little brother still owns,
Mm-hmm.
and his kid lives there. You know, a little town called Morris, Oklahoma. So I called, and Kevin, my brother, he just happened to be on his way to work, paper mill, and he goes, "What's going on?" I go, "You got a tornado over Dad's old place." He goes, "I do. All right, let me call him." So yeah, it went over. It didn't tear nothing up, but it was on the ground. So
Right on.
he goes, "Well, I'm glad you called." Even
What's,
I'm like, "Well, good. If it didn't hit, But
what's up,
anyway,
Gavin?
yeah.
Yeah, in fact, like I said, with Boris, likes him and Hope like watching these tornado, whatever, storm watchers or
I
whatever.
know. Yeah,
And he texted me on, I think it was Saturday. He's like, hey, you got to send this message to Sneaky Pete. And so I sent it to him. Hey, Sneaky, be careful. The weather's coming your way. You better get inside and buckle the hatches or batten down the hatches, And
yeah. I know.
but I mean, that's how interested Boris is into the storm chasing stuff. He's texted me to text Sneaky Pete.
I know. And it's good and it's great that they do that, but they just don't realize how isolated the incident actually has to be for it to affect you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've actually, when I worked at the golf course, I sat on the driving range for an hour one day. Well, it was sunny. Watched two tornadoes go down the turnpike. You know, so it's just like watching. It's just an occurrence. People get a 6-pack and a lawn chair and go sit in the front yard, watch tornadoes go by.
Yeah.
It's it really is. So
Oh
in
yeah.
the middle of the night, a different story, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Hope
and
says we're still on YouTube.
Yeah, I've had them go directly over the house and just rattle the skylights, you know,
Hmm.
to try to pop them out, you know. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, so much for the Oklahoma weather report.
Yeah. But yes, Hope, we understand we're still on YouTube. We're playing it safe for a little bit, and we're gonna stay on here a little bit longer and see what pops up.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
you know. Anyways, but should we listen to the mayor and the chief of police in LA talk real quick? Should we let them talk? There's a
Sure.
What's funny is
I've heard it.
I'm so
Hey,
glad
Kevin.
I'm watching this guy, right? Because this guy is he's showing them running as the police chief is talking is talking about him. So it's like great. There's a video of a guy in Texas on his roof watching the what are you talking about? Watching the stuff in Austin or what?
Yes.
Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking
from like
about?
a sky view. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, let's hear what the mayor. And by the way, it's funny. All these peaceful, they start screaming earlier in this video when the cops show up. They're all peaceful protest, peaceful protest. And it's like just because you say you're peaceful doesn't mean the cops are gonna leave you the fuck alone.
I I
You,
love it when they stick both hands up in the air and then the cops just shoot them right dead center in the chest. You know, there's a guy today walked up, pulled his shirt up, great big old cherry right center chest. He goes, "Oh, you got shot." He goes, "Yeah, I just
yeah.
got shot." No.
Hold on one
Yeah.
second. We got a commercial we got to do real quick.
All right, cool.
1775 coffee. Still haven't tried 1775 coffee? Now is your shot. The 1775 starter kit with only 1,000 units are still being sold. You're getting a bold dark roast that hits harder than a CNN fact check, the smooth medium roast, and the vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus with no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free, and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because, well, freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother in law's political opinions. Thank God I don't have a mother in law anymore. And the black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. You know who we're talking about. $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe. There we go. We got that over with. Thank you. Anyway, so where were we? We were talking about what were you talking about, girl? I forgot now. I guess my methylene blue isn't helping my mind too much.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I was just being quiet so we could see what's going on with the little riots.
Oh, that's
What
right.
was it I saying? Some guy last night says, "Oh, I know what's wrong. You have a you have a I-10. What was it? Oh, you have the ID. I can't. I have to think of it. I already forgot. It spells out idiot.
Okay. Oh, speaking of that, watch it.
You have,
So the Marines have been called out to go down there now, right?
oh yeah, no, 700.
So my friend Zach Real posted this on Facebook today. It says when the Marines get
And you know
sent.
what?
Oh, go ahead.
If I'm no, just real quick, and I'm going to be quiet. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time in history that the Marines have been called out on American citizens.
Is it?
So Trump's like, I'm not playing, motherfuckers. We're
Yeah.
not going to do this again this summer. All right, I'm back quiet.
All right. It says when the Marines get sent to LA for riot duty in 2025, fair warning. I said fire a warning shot. That was a warning shot. You shot him in the face. And now all his buddies have been duly warned. This is a good one. I don't know who posted it. And then earlier today, I saw this chick. What the fuck is this? I mean, really? By the way, if you were watching this, they were letting people speak. And like this one girl spoke and she's screaming so loud you can't understand what she's saying. And she so then she stops crying, you know, she's crying, and then you see somebody walk up and they're typing something in front of her, and then they hand it to her, and then she goes and speaks again. Somebody is writing all of their speeches for these people. I mean, we can probably, it was actually on this channel, so we can probably find it. But all right, let's hear what Karen Bass or what Kevin Bass or whatever the heck this person's name is.
There's the mayor right there. The mayor and the police chief are speaking. Hold on, they're doing it at the same time.
This guy is pretty funny to watch, too.
All right, hold on.
My piece, and then I'll go back on a conference call I was on and have to go back on. But I'll be back after that for one-on-ones if
okay, Hope's calling you a liar.
Good evening, and thank you, Mayor Bass. As of this afternoon, the Los Angeles Police Department is on tactical alert.
What's that, Gra?
Hope said what?
Hope's calling you a liar. She says the Marines were deployed in '92 to LA.
Oh, see, didn't know that. Okay.
Hey, we always learn something. Why is it always Hope that has to correct us? I think that's the worst part, isn't it? And why are you on YouTube, Hope? You should be on Rumble. All right, here we go. Back to Mayor Bass.
And in a state of partial mobilization. These designations are critical tools that allow us to expand our operational capacity to safeguard our communities and respond effectively to any unrest or unlawful.
What's really funny is while the police chief is live, they're setting off flashbangs and shit like that.
Let me explain for the public what all these means in practical terms. When we declare a tactical alert, we're activating a department-wide operational posture that enables us to reallocate officers rapidly, hold over shifts as needed, and prioritize major incidents. Officers assigned to the field remain in their areas unless they're reassigned. Activities are narrowed to police work of significance or major importance, and officers who are able to return to the field in their areas of assignment. We also notify all relevant command staff, including my office, the Office of Operations, Emergency Operations Division, in order to ensure seamless communication and coordination. In response to current events, we've also implemented partial mobilization of the department, which means we've extended watch hours, deferred days off for some personnel, and alerted off-duty officers to be ready for deployment.
All right, what do you think, real quick? If you're an LA PD officer, are you happy? Are you happy that you're getting overtime? Or are you like, fuck, do I really got to go in and deal with these motherfuckers? What do you think, Raw? What do you think, Hope?
You know, sadly, I think certain percentage of those LA police officers are either liberals or Democrats themselves.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at all, Gra. You're not getting another treat.
Of course.
Sorry, guys. I have to hold back on Donnie's treats because I went to put his vest on today and it didn't fit him anymore. So he needs to lose some weight. He's on a diet like that. Oh my goodness. And my stepdad screwed me last night. He made Sunday nights that we have ribs or steak every Sunday night. And he hands me my ribs because he doesn't think I can, well, he knows I can't walk that good. So he delivers the ribs to me, puts it down, and then he puts down a piece of strawberry cream cheese pie. Or cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake pie. So I had to break my diet, right? I can't say no. Yes, Donnie's on a diet, finally, Hope. And once again, why are you on YouTube and not on Rumble?
Our ability to scale up quickly is essential during this kind of fluid and unpredictable situation. We're deeply appreciative of the assistance we've received through the California Mutual Aid System, with officers and deputies from across Southern California already on the ground in Los Angeles supporting our efforts. We're also aware of reports that the President intends or has deployed U.S. Marines to Los Angeles. The introduction of federal military personnel without direct coordination creates logistical challenges and risks confusion during critical incidents. Los Angeles Police Department, alongside our mutual aid partners, have decades of experience managing large-scale public demonstrations, and we remain confident in our ability to be able to do so professionally and effectively. We urge full transparency and communication across all levels of government. Our priority is simple: keep both the public and law enforcement officers safe and to maintain order. To the public, we fully support your right to peacefully protest, but let me be absolutely clear. Those who choose to incite violence, engage in vandalism or graffiti, or attack officers
These
will be
officers
arrested.
aren't playing
There is no
around today.
tolerance for criminal activity under the guise of protest. And many ask, not a lot of people, relatively speaking, have been arrested during this incident. Well, I would say that I wouldn't argue with you on that, but
Are they
many
really,
more will be
Gavin?
arrested as the investigation
Wow.
continues. There will be many more subsequent arrests. Finally, I want to offer my deep gratitude to the men and women of the LAPD and all of our partner agencies who are out there standing side by side. They're working long hours under intense pressure, and what I've seen is professionalism, courage, and commitment to this city has never been more evident than in the past couple of days. Thank you all very much.
Get the 50 G's. No, Laura Loomer did it. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys, because the Mexican guy starts speaking in Spanish. Hope sent me something this morning, and I watched it. And I've never seen this person before, but I like this guy. Let me see. Is this the right one? Oh, no, here it is right here. But let me go stop this, because now this one's going to fucking play. Just do this so I don't have to deal with it. And then we go here. So this guy talks about the peaceful protest stuff. But first off, what was it, 19 minutes? He's going to play something really fucking funny. So we're going to have to laugh at this. Is it 19 minutes that he does the Mexican dance? Hold on, that's the guy they found. I want to play the Mexican dance first, because it's really funny. Have you seen this, Craw? Oh wait, Craw just left us. Where is it? The problem is this guy has like 50. Oh, here it is. This guy has like 50 million commercials. All right.
Watch this, though. This will make you laugh. Oh, you're going to have fun, folks. We call this the paintball dance. Folks, I mean, come on, help me out. Is this one of the funniest things that you've ever seen?
Oh, that was Pam?
Oh,
okay.
Or am I just bad for
I gotta find this. I gotta find who made this.
I mean,
that is pretty hilarious. And then, so let's see. There was something else I wanted to... This guy, I like him. He's like, he's like, oh, what are you going to tell me how to run my own fucking show? I love it, because I get that a lot in here, too. People are always trying to tell me how to run my show. What was this one? Is this the guy? Hold on. Here's some pictures he's showing.
Judge? No. Somebody appointed by Governor Gretchen.
Oh, they're talking about that. Okay. So now, you know how there's a guy that was throwing all kinds of stuff? Well, he's going to talk about it right now. I'll let him do it, right? He can do all the work for me.
Let's see. I got to switch screens.
It says there's nobody on YouTube, but Hope is talking, so I don't get it.
Let's see. And we got to go right. Oh, this is the wrong one.
You know what? Shut the fuck up, AC.
Windows behind windows, folks. Okay, so here we go. So I don't know how many. I'm sure some of you saw this. Okay, so if you watch this video, I've got sound off. I'll put it on there.
Sometimes well, Hope, yes.
Okay,
Hope,
now, folks, I gotta tell you.
Okay, real quick. Hope, Pam, and Graw do pretty much. They give me a lot of good suggestions, and I take their suggestions because they're great friends of mine. You know what, AC? You know, AC is just another cripple like me, so fucking... You know, I gotta fuck with them, so... Who else? You know, Goofy, you know, I like Goofy, tell me stuff, you know, but if you're not in my group chat, and there's one person that's not in my group chat, but I listen to him as well, He knows who he is. Speaking of this person, so Goofy texted me last night and she was like, Eddie, are you watching this? I'm like, no, I got it on pause because I'm talking to Gavin. And Goofy, of all people who loves Gavin, was like, who the fuck is Gavin? And I'm like, from the show. And she's like, oh, duh. Tell Gavin Newsom I love him. then I replied, and then Hope said, hi, Gavin. I should have just done like a freaking 3-way phone chat or so. Or we should have just gone to Discord. Huh?
Something. So you guys know, I talked about this the other day. My son just graduated police academy and is serving as an officer now.
Thank him for that.
It is free to subscribe. Yeah, go subscribe, share. So my son now.
By the way, I think that might be a setup, right? Everybody knows, if you're on YouTube, knows it doesn't cost to subscribe. So I should take his leg and run away. I don't know. Do you have a wheelchair, AC? Maybe we should play some like rugby one day. I'd probably hurt him though. Anyways, I think this guy, probably he's like, hey mods, ask me if it's free to subscribe, and then I can say no. Of course it's free to subscribe. That's a good ploy.
I was in law enforcement, and I'm one of my best friends who's kind of almost like he was like a big brother to my kids. I taught him.
What's up, Paul? I haven't seen you in a long fucking time, bro. How you doing?
Together every year. He's in law enforcement, so all this stuff kind of hits home for me when I see people chucking rocks at vehicles. You could immediately damage the vision of the vehicle. People could die.
We got people in both areas.
Some of these are actually throwing rocks at officers who could die. Okay, this is what we call. Just so you understand,
this is what I should do.
Bad rock throwing. This is peaceful rock throwing. Okay. Well, don't worry. He'll find some more rocks.
Yeah. What a fucking dick.
Peaceful rock throwing. Now, he's got quite an arm, doesn't he? No, seriously. Like, let's take some other elements out of this. He's got a good arm, doesn't he?
Oh, a scooter?
Well, there's a reason for that.
Go get that scooter, bro.
Laura Loomer, God bless her soul.
Yeah, so.
Look at that.
Laura Loomer figured this guy out. I don't know how. Right? Because they're showing him in this picture. Here's what I don't get though. Here's the thing that worries me. So in this picture,
arm, doesn't he?
He's wearing a a motorcycle helmet or something, isn't he? Isn't he wearing a football? What is he? It looks like a yellow hat, right?
Rocks at vehicles. You could immediately.
So here's what I have trouble.
I'm telling you what, folks.
Because this doesn't look like a yellow hat. So is this guy the one? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see what this...
My friend George...
Oh, I can't look at that. Let's see. Let's see if we can zoom in. Maybe it's... Oh, they're showing him in the motorcycle helmet here. So they've proven, according to FBI, that they're both the same person. Okay, never mind. I'll shut the fuck up.
Posted, and I think it's so true. If I ever go missing, I hope my family hires Laura Loomer. Look at this. The man who threw rocks at federal agents in Los Angeles yesterday, the anti-ICE pro-illegal alien rally, is wearing a jersey from a small Hispanic baseball team called the Napalores de Zacatecas Aztec Baseball League. I took screenshots of their Instagram page as well, and you can see one of the team members resembles the facial features of the attacker. This is wild. So he's wearing his team shirt, folks. We're not saying they're bright, okay? We're not saying they're bright. But this is what's going on. I just can't.
Oh, right now, Hope?
This is like the Tesla protesters.
We'll catch up in a little bit.
King Teslas with cameras all over them. Okay? So he's got an arm because he plays baseball. Look at this dude. Look at this guy's belly. Here, check this dude out. Huh?
Dude, he's got a dad bod.
Are you attracted? Huh? Do you like that belly there?
Anyways,
ladies, tell me.
So that's who the person is.
He's showing off some flab. All
right.
Wait,
let me fast forward.
So,
oops.
Good reporting, Laura. Here's their Facebook, and then Human Turd says she's a snitch. So then look at this. Okay. Looks like they may have been given phones to record. Those are brand new Galaxy Edge S25. Just came out. This guy's...
I don't know. What do you guys think? I haven't watched enough of the riots. Have you watched enough? Are there a lot of these S25s with the protesters? If you were going to be doing the Mexican dance. Anyways. But, so good job there. You know what? There was something on Facebook I wanted to show you guys. I shared it. And it was kind of funny. What was it now? I shared it today. Oops. All right, real quick. This is stuff I want to show you guys because look, I didn't even type this in. It just popped up the minute I went to Facebook. Breaking news: Chase Elliott announces his refusal to celebrate Pride Month in June. He says woke doesn't deserve to be commemorated, right? And so everybody sees, oh shit, look at that. I love Chase. I didn't like Chase Elliott before, but now I like him. And it's funny how they reverse the photos. See that they reverse the photos for some reason. It's probably so they don't get in trouble, right? But so this is something I want to start doing. We're going to start showing you how fake shit is on the internet to try and help you guys. Since most people don't fucking look it up, they just share this stuff. I'm going to try and help everybody to learn how to search it and how to do the research. So look at this. There, you can see I typed this in, but right, look, it says Beanie Man, Gracefully Broken, TikTok, right? Nothing on real news. All this fake stuff, right? Look, Outkick is a fake news site. The Spun, something different. But if you look in the real news, Outkick is, I don't believe that's a real news site, right? But you don't see anywhere else where it says Chase Elliott. That'll be popping up the first one. So you know what that tells you? That it's fake. That is fake. Okay, guys? Just a little instance, just a little way. I always double check, right? So let me go to my page, and I forget what was a quick video I shared. Oh, here, this is one of them. Look at this. This was yesterday, and I don't know what to feel about this. This is Waymo, and if you don't know, Waymo cars are owned by Google. So, they lost 5 cars yesterday, and then they stopped serving the area. But let's watch it. Oh, BG on the scene is down there, huh? But did you watch any of this yesterday? Yeah, hit that thumbs up button, folks. Please. They really fucked that up. I don't think that was what I wanted to show you guys. That's what I'm working on. I thought it was something I shared. It's not there. Or was that what I shared? I guess that's what I was sharing. Or maybe I posted it on X. Oh, yeah. All right, so now I'm going to ask you. Let's finish. I don't think we need to watch this dude anymore. We learned what happened there. You streamed it for like 2 hours. So my question to you all is this: are you like me and Gra and all day long you're yelling taser, 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 right? So I'm in a group called On Patrol Live, right? And so I posted this post, and all of a sudden, On Patrol Live is a show about all about police officers and stuff, So you would think that a lot of these people support the police. But I had a whole bunch of people going off on me. So, like, watch this. I prefer some of them are great. I prefer annihilation, obliteration, etc. And we should go newest first, shouldn't we? Because then we can go all the way to the bottom. Whoops. Let's zoom out. Don't worry, we're going to get back to the stuff, guys. We got plenty of time. But look. So this person says, it's just you, moron. So I've been having fun with people today and last night. I was like, oh, poor idiot liberal is upset, right? He's like, you don't know anything about me, you fat ass. I was like, that's all you can come up with? I was like, laugh out loud. I can tell a lot about how you speak. Oh, I'm a fat ass. Wow, you hurt my feelings. But like Don G was like, I am way more than Tasem, says Don Mart. And you know what? I should, thank you for your service. I should say thank you for your service. There we go. This guy says accelerator. I'm saying shoot them. To hell with the taser. Where'd it go? The hell with the taser. Assault with the deadly weapon. And then I put, and yet they're flying flags. So I guess Greg Gutfield said this. Trying to find a country to establish a sanctuary city where I can burn shit while waving my native country's flag, while violently demanding they don't send me back to that native country of the flag I am waving. Is there a country I can terrorize, then demand sympathy when they want me to leave? Only in America. Only in America. Betty says, just as you have the right to tell people where they need to go, they have the right to carry whatever flag they want. This is my flag. Oh, I'm sorry, but if that's the way you feel, you must be a dumbass liberal too. Lynn says, tase, cattle prod, rubber bullets, fire hoses, and water cannons. I'm waiting for the protest to start at Camp Pendleton. Could you imagine that? Then this person says, ooh, raw. I don't know if she's a Marine or not, so I don't want to respond. I find it embarrassing, says Ed. You're supposed to be better than this. Now, here's the dumbass. D. Frank Laurie. January 6th, Taquito hypocrites. That was an insurrection. And I just replied, how stupid are you? He didn't want to respond to me for some reason. And Terry said, you really shouldn't use big words like that when you don't know their meaning, to D. Frank Laurie. And then he wrote, laugh out loud, it's really confined to a small area of LA, but Trump tards will believe it's everywhere. Stay in your trailer and continue being ignorant by watching your white-powered television stations. Fucking bringing in the race shit already. You know, yes, it's mostly in downtown, but it's also was happening in Compton and Paramount areas. So I wrote, oh, you're an idiot libtard. And then Teresa's like, oh, is that your only answer when you don't agree with someone? Sounds like a taco clown maggot to me. And I was like, wait, I'm in the wrong because he calls me a Trump tard and I can't call him a libtard? Laugh out loud. Fuck you, you liberal idiot. So then she wrote back, you're a fucking, oh no, this person wrote, you're a fucking ignorant liberal bitch. You and people like you are ignorant, pathetic losers. You low-life freak show. Morons need to go away in MAGA. And make America great again. All you scumbag, punk-ass, dirtbag Mexican buddies will be deported. If idiots like you want to resist, you will be beat down. And it's not just Mexican people. It's Haitians, it's Chinese, it's Middle Eastern people. It's a lot of different people. This is a pretty good one. A special message from Trump supporters to the mentally insane liberal left. Then this woman, she was so pissed off about me, she went on my Facebook page and she's like, well, if your photo does not scream that you are indeed a clown maggot filler, I don't see why you are upset about me pointing it out as a fact, because Digga's wearing her Make America Great Again hat. And so I said, I'm not. I'm just laughing at how stupid you are. Thanks for going through my photos. I get paid every time people look at them. Thank you. I said, not only that, you had to download it to your phone, and now you have Trump supporters on your phone. It's funny. It was just funny. They were going off on this guy. So anyways, well, let's get back to watching. Let's go back to watching the good old protest while the mayor's speaking. I haven't seen all of this yet. So.
Buenas tardes y gracias al
Okay, we can fast forward to the Mexican.
LA Mayor Karen Bass is about to speak. You can see you have these LAPD there with their less than lethal ammunition, keeping people
right,
around a block away or so from that federal building.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to ask you, Paul, what did you think of all the people rioting in downtown Minneapolis as ICE? Well, not rioting, but they were. It's funny, they're taking and they're throwing shit in the street right in front of ICE agents. And the ICE agents just like, it's your city. I can care less. It was kind of funny.
They're there, and we'll hear what the mayor has to say in a second.
So this is less than lethal, the
going
green stuff.
on at the same time here. But those people had been protesting at that building really without any major incident for several hours.
And once again, go check out Agenda Free TV on YouTube. I think he's everywhere, actually. And because this is where I got a lot of this feed from.
The police said that eventually the police said it was a unlawful assembly, and they cleared them out. We just saw them clear. The federal building's right behind. That's that building back there. So the mayor's going to speak shortly, and we'll hear what the mayor has to say. Appreciate you guys being with us. Thanks to all of our moderators, and I'm going to put the press conference back on right now.
It is anonymous.
Situaciones que no
Okay,
oficiales.
Let's fast forward.
Tenemos todos
We don't need to hear the same thing in Spanish that they just said in English.
Policía en inglés y en
Joined by Commander Ryan.
Okay, here we go. So the chief is back.
It was Commander Herman Hurtado, who is in our Professional Standards Bureau. I'm also joined by Commander Ryan Whiteman, who usually works Operations South Bureau, but during this incident is the day watch incident commander. So I'll take any questions you have. If they're detailed questions, Commander Whiteman would probably be better able to answer those.
How does the mobilization have becoming effective numbers of time? What is your biggest concern?
And we're behind schedule, so don't.
Yeah, the mobilization is what we do internally to be able to get more officers out there. We had declared that earlier, and now we'll have the ability to have roughly 400 additional officers deployed to the field.
Are you concerned with the federal?
I want to hear what Karen Bass has to
Yeah,
say.
when I look at this, and my assessment may not be accurate based on this thing's continuously churning, but I see two parallel tracks that don't work together, if you will. We're dealing with the issues on the street that you see every day. We deal with that with LAPD resources. When we need additional resources, then we reach out to the sheriff, who brings in mutual aid. We have 14 different agencies working with
What the
us
hell?
for that purpose. And then only if we weren't able to continue to deal with that, needed additional help, would.
Hold on a second. This thing just, look at this. It's telling me I gotta be this. I'm in my live studio thing right here. This is where I'm streaming from, and it says must be a room administrator to pin a message. I have a good feeling that we are messed up right now, and so I'm gonna have to just. I think I got just what do you call it? Because I wanted to pin AC's post so I can show it. So I'm gonna refresh real quick. We're gonna go away for about 10 seconds. Do all for me. Yes, it's time. I know that's probably the wrong words. You're not getting a treat, dude. So just shut up. All right. Anyway, so we're back, and now I want to see. Oh, I guess I can't pin it now because it's gone already. But AC said, "Do you think Trump pushed their hand when he sent the National Guard in to protect federal agents?" So we're gonna watch some stuff on that, and if you don't know, Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass are blaming Trump for this. If you would have never sent ICE in, we wouldn't be having this issue. If you hadn't raided those, these people are just workers. I thought you were gonna go after the criminals, but no, you're going after the workers, right? Let me see if my chat works now in here because I had to re-sign in. Yep, it's working. And so here's what I think about that. We're trying to ramp up and get more people deported, right? He wants 3,000 a day, and in all reality, we need more like 10 to 20,000 a day. So these are my thoughts. He's trying to get. They keep saying, "Well, you're scaring people. You're scaring people." I think that's exactly the point. And these are my thoughts only. Do your own research. But if I were in his shoes, I think it's a good idea about what just happened. And Hope, can you tell me if you're still in YouTube? Otherwise, I'm going to get off YouTube. So he did do it to scare people. You know why? Because if you start showing up at the Home Depots, if you start showing up at, what's up, Andy? How you doing, my friend? Dude, what are you stuck on, Bubba? You're not getting a treat, okay? You didn't fit in your vest today. So he needs to scare people, right? It's already hard enough going out and finding them. But if now all of a sudden ICE is going to Home Depot, to U-Hauls, raiding businesses where they know they're at, then people, and they're like, well, you're scaring everybody. They're not going to want to go to work anymore. They're not going to want to leave their house. Well, if people that are from another country here illegally, if they start getting afraid to go to work, if they start getting afraid to even leave their house, they're not going to want to live here much longer. Hold on. They mistakenly accused Trump of raiding Home Depot. They didn't notice the ICE office was next door. they didn't raid Home Depot. Good to know, Gra. Good to know. So I guess Hope is no longer here. So Hope, if you're in YouTube, let me know and I'll keep YouTube open. Otherwise, I'm getting rid of YouTube. And but I still think it's either way. Starting to raid people that are not criminals. Well, they're all criminals, right? But I'm just saying it's gonna scare people. If you can't leave your house, if you can't go shopping, if you can't go to work, you can't make money. Although a lot of them are probably on government assistance, right? So maybe it's gonna help. People are gonna say, you know what, I better get the fuck out of here. I better get out of here because they're gonna find me eventually, right? I think that's what he's doing. And do I think that's a good idea? I think it's a pretty good idea. Andy says, I'm not afraid in the slightest, but it helps. I'm an American. I actually belong here. It's so true, Andy. So true. But you'll hear Gavin Newsom and the mayor, Karen Bass, say, oh, it's all Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It's really not. And then they're saying, well, they're peacefully protesting as they're burning shit down. And now actually Karen Bass has had to come out and say, hey, well, you know, there are people that are damaging stuff, and those people should face consequences. She didn't say they should be arrested, by the way, if you noticed. In fact, we're going to show the Gavin Newsom stuff real quick. We'll look it up because, so Gavin has some big words lately for the president. And let's watch this. I'm not going to follow that dumbass. I should, though, I guess. Because then we can hear, I can see more of the stuff that he says. But top, this is not the top stuff. He was interviewed yesterday. Look at this guy. Look at this idiot. Where's the interview at? Why can't I find the freaking interview now? Oh, here it is right here. And he gets a little bold and a little cocky in this interview. AC says, if you need something, let me know because I have a crap load of links. Okay, AC, I'm going to do this. Can you bring up... What video do I need? How about the Karen Bass, not today's press conference, but yesterday's. It's hilarious, right? So let's watch this, and we're going to talk about this.
Get your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn.
So real quick, also AC, if you can find where the news or Karen Bass yesterday said that they or whatever day it was, where there's like, oh, ICE ransacked. It was probably news agencies more. ICE came in and raided these places of people that are just everyday workers. Everyday workers. They did nothing wrong. And I'm going to explain to you why that is so incorrect, what they're saying. If you can find that for me, AC, that would help too.
But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of...
So real quick, do you notice he keeps looking down here? He keeps looking down here. I have a feeling that I'm going to say this was staged. Okay. Gra says, I hope Tom arrests him. Andy says Gavin Newsom is hilarious. So now let's watch this. Here's the reason why I say that this is all pre-written for him.
Get your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to get...
See how he keeps looking right here? He's looking right here, okay?
Live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy.
So here's why I say it's practiced and staged, right? He's like, come after me. Tough guy. That doesn't sound right. They're like, come after me, tough guy, right? But the way he says, come after me, tough guy. That looks staged to me. And then watch, he's going to keep looking down to read.
You know, I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. and we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so
See,
clear,
he's
but
reading it.
that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
Okay, here's another fact. So I have my associate's degree in business, and I have my bachelor's of arts degree in media communications and journalism. So I had to take a lot of communication classes, and communication classes is where you go and they teach you how to public speak, right? And one of the very first things we were taught in Com 2, which was public speaking class, they tell you, okay, you don't want to write the whole speech down. What you do is you write bullet points, and you only have a few notes and speak on those bullet points. Everybody in my communications class had trouble with that. And I could tell because you would see them reading and they did really bad. Like what happens is this. He would say, okay, you guys got 5-minute speech. It has to be 5 minutes within 10 seconds early and 10 seconds. And you can't go over, I think it was. And every single time I'd be perfect. I'd end exactly at 5 minutes. And he actually came up to me and says, hey, Eddie, you should really be a public speaker. With your disability and your life story, you could make a lot of money just traveling the country being a public speaker. And so that's why I'm saying about this. You say, yeah, but he only looked for a second. He can't read a whole sentence in a second. He's not. He just had a key word there. The key word was tough guy. To remind him to say tough guy. That's why it had that weird pause. And so like what I would do is if let's say I had to talk about President Trump, I can talk about President Trump all day, right? And what they do is they'll tell you, okay, there's 4 minutes left, there's 3 minutes left, there's 2 minutes left, there's 1 minute left. This means 30 seconds, and something else meant 10 seconds. So the minute I saw that 10-second, I would wrap it up real quick. But anyways, this is how I know that this was staged and written form. Once again, now you can watch it through and you can see what I'm talking about.
Get your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to,
Like he wanted to say these poor fucking people. Did you notice that?
live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes.
Thank you, 10 AC.
Years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. I don't give a damn. But I care about
he keeps looking over for his keyword.
This community.
This is my keyword.
The hell are they doing?
This is my keyword.
These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but
I don't know if it's looking down or looking to the left. I don't know. It's one of the two, Gavin. That means that they're hold on. It's one of the two. One of the two. Andy says, I think he's recalling it's just how he's recalling the points he wants to hit on. I agree, but that means it was totally set up and written. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, thank you, AC, for giving me this link. And so let's go over here. Let's look it up here. And hold on one second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to bring this out here. I can't do that? You tell me I can't do that? There we go. Although we can't really, we'll watch it full. We'll start playing stuff in real time again. So here we go.
A quick thank you. Oh, hold on, she's speaking.
Oh, and it's from the same guy. Thanks, AC.
Their right to protest. That's their First Amendment right. But people should also exercise that right peacefully. We do not want to play into the administration's hands. We're working with officials. We're organizing resources. But what we're seeing in Los Angeles is chaos that is provoked by the administration. When you raid Home Depot and workplaces, when you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored caravans through our streets, you cause fear and you cause panic. And deploying
they're blaming President Trump
is a dangerous escalation, but we need to be real about this. This is about another agenda. It's not about public safety. There's clearly no plan, and there is clearly no policy. I want the people of Los Angeles to know that we stand with all Angelenos, no matter where you were born. The First Amendment right gives you the ability, again, to protest peacefully, but it does not give you the right to be violent, to create chaos, or to vandalize property. And that will not be tolerated. So I call on all Angelenos to continue expressing your right, your anger, your outrage, but to do it peacefully. And I just have to say that all of you were there Friday. Everybody
Don't
knows
forget to
what
hit that
happened
thumbs up,
Friday.
guys.
A workplace, several workplaces were targeted and raids took place. Now, in the beginning, the administration said they were just looking for dangerous felons, violent people. It's hard to say that that's what they found at a workplace or in a Home Depot parking lot. When this happens, it terrifies people.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to stop it. This is the whole point I wanted to make here. So what she said is I thought you were going to go after criminals, violent criminals. You went to a business just to go after working people. That's not why they raided that facility. If you watch and look at what happened on Friday, because this all happened on Friday. On Friday, they told us they were raiding those that it was only one business because they found falsified documents on employees and who was working for them. They were going in there to get the documents and do research about getting about these illegal aliens that were there. They didn't go. They went there and they took their agents as a bonus. Yeah, they found the illegal people that were working there, right? But the whole reason they went there was because they had proof that they were falsifying documents that is being reported to the government, right? Like, I haven't had to do taxes in a while, but you guys probably filed taxes recently. I mean, April 15th wasn't too far away, right? When you sign it, it says you're saying that I agree and that I am telling the truth and providing you truth. I don't know how they say it, but it's something about being truthful. And it says if you unlawfully, I don't know the exact words, but they basically say if you fucking lie to us, we're gonna come arrest you. That's all they did. Was arresting a whole bunch of illegal aliens a bonus? Yes, it was. But she is wrong there, and they lie all the fucking time, right? So Gavin says, shouldn't they be focused on getting the homes rebuilt? Yes, they should be. And she mentions that. She's like, oh my gosh. They man, I just had a brain freeze. She mentioned, she's like, we're here and we're recovering. We shouldn't be dealing with this because we're recovering from a fire. Thanks a lot, President Trump, for bringing this to us. And it's bullshit. Do I need to see this one now? I forget. Let me see if I need to see this one real quick. Hold on, let me keep playing this for a minute.
It sends a sense of fear and chaos in our city. And you well remember a few years ago in the last administration that kids were afraid to go to school. Parents were afraid to go to work. This impacts all of our city.
And this is what I mean. This is why President Trump did this too, right? Because it's a lot of work to catch them and deport them, right? But if we make it to where they can't work, they can't earn money, they can't go out to get food because they're afraid, and they can't afford DoorDash or whatever place other delivers food, so they're gonna self-deport. I think that's a big part of this stuff. Andy says, I owed an additional $17.76 to the feds, which I felt like an absolute poke in the eye. I would too. And it's funny how it's $17.76, Andy, though.
Workforce, and then expect for people to get the jobs done. So if you think about a father that went into a factory and now his family doesn't know where he is, the detainees have not been allowed to speak to legal counsel. That is a marked departure from what has happened in the past. When you think of a mother that might be working in a household, taking care of children on another side of town, that impacts that family as well as her family. And so this is something that and maybe stop them before they yell the one out.
Hold on, see.
Mayor, these protests that were demonstrations, I should say, did start out peacefully. We've been here since
Right.
9 in the morning.
Right.
But then they scattered and people were moving.
Okay, anyway, we don't need to hear any more of her dumbass. Let me look up this thing that AC just gave me. And let me see if there was a reason. I think I got what I was looking for from this one, but let's play it anyways because EC found it for us. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
Place, workforce, and then expect for people to get the jobs done. So if you think about a
You know, it's funny. She's saying the exact same thing the next day too.
father that went into a factory and now his family doesn't know where he is. The detainees have not been allowed to speak to legal counsel. That is a marked departure from what has happened in the past. When you think of a mother that
Oh, I think they're both the same one. Okay. Anyway, so you get the point. You get what I'm saying here. Let's put this. So now let's go back here. Or wait, there was something else Gavin said. Oh, here's another thing. Gavin Newsom is really, he really thinks he's tough shit, right? He's saying, you know, come at me, bro, right? But here's the other thing. So last week we found out that we are $4 billion over budget, or they were owed $4 million from the federal government to California for the high-speed rail. But President Trump said, you know what, you guys aren't getting it done. You're way over budget, and you've defaulted on promises, so I'm not going to give you the money. So then Gavin Newsom comes back and he says, well, you know what, then fine. You want to play that game? I'm not going to pay federal taxes back to you guys ever again. I have a feeling, you know, if he keeps this shit up, nobody in California is going to get any of their federal grants, which I think is a good thing, because most of the federal grants that come here to California are for liberal, stupid stuff. Liberal, stupid stuff, right? And the other reason why I think Gavin Newsom is doing this, there's two reasons more. Number one, his Aunt Nancy is going to protect him, right? And if you notice, nobody's getting arrested. Not one person has been arrested by the government yet. That's what we all wanted, right? Nobody's been arrested. So he's got big balls because, like, well, no, he's not going to arrest me. The other thing that I think he's doing is this. He's trying to become president, right? And all these riots are going on. And I don't know how bad these are for Democrats. I think because what they're doing is they're lying to you. Like she just lied. Oh, they're just going after people going to work. These poor people that are just going to work, right? Well, that's making people believe that. So then people are like, oh my God, I can't believe next time there's a vote, I'm gonna have to vote Democrat because look what the Republicans are doing. They're arresting poor people. What's up, Goofy? Mushy. And so he's gonna use this to run for president in 2028. I have no doubt or qualms about it. Okay, let's see what Gra just sent us. Gra just sent us this link. Mushy, Goofy. What a Gra.
Excuse me. Play.
Sorry, YouTube always has commercials, guys.
Kind of high level.
Let me turn the sound down or sound up. What the heck?
If we don't have
Is this what you sent me, Gra?
legally to work or to build a home here, I'm going to be really crude right now. We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people in our country now to fill the jobs that we have right now.
Okay, so that's what. Now I get why Gra said to wipe our butts earlier. But check this out. Look what she's saying. Oh, the Mexicans are only good to wipe our ass. Oh, the Mexicans and the illegal aliens are only good to fucking. The Mexicans and the illegal aliens are only good to pick our fruits and pick our crops, or clean our houses, or do this. All right, Hope says she's not on anymore. So while you guys are doing this, I'm gonna go to YouTube and turn YouTube off.
But we have to make sure those folks are getting a decent wage and making sure that their rights are protected. And we also have to make sure Congress about the give and take and how this works. Because it is not a xenophobic or racist thing. They want to know that our borders are secure. That alone is not. What falls apart is how policies are enacted. And right now, we have
Hey, YouTube, go
a
fuck
fair amount
yourself.
of lawlessness that is happening
We're shutting you down.
among ICE and Homeland Security.
Fuck you, YouTube.
That was not anything, I
There we go.
think, that most voters wanted. What they